What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TOSHI today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 24th day of August, and here we are at about 0.00072. 5 hours, 36 minutes left in the day, in the week. Having a little bit of a neutral close on the week so far. Let's dive into the short-term stuff, and then we'll come back out to the long-term stuff. Okay, so looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame and pulling up our indicators. The RSI actually does look pretty bullish, I gotta admit. Getting overbought like this, we're getting overbought consistently. We haven't been oversold in quite some time. We're in fact rejecting the oversold zone. That's a nice look. That's good stuff. You're not making any real progress to the downside, and whenever you come up, you're getting more volume to the upside than you are to the downside. Granted, there were a couple of volume spikes here, but one was a wick to the downside, so there's some buying pressure, and one was a wick to the downside. There's a little neutrality there, but overall, I think you're getting more volume as we go up. Notably, there is a gap right here. You filled it. You filled that gap. Look at that. You filled the gap and then you moved up immediately. Perfect. Um, RSI looks bullish. Looks like it wants to get overbought. I think once you get into the overbought zone, you'll see a bit of growth like this or this. You should pick up the pace a little bit. The stochastics want to get into the overbought zone. You should also pick up the pace with that. And I think the MACD looks good for growth as well. Good things all around as far as I'm concerned. It looks pretty damn good. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here, and that's suggestive of the hours to come. So going into the end of this day and probably even at some point tomorrow, you should continue to grow. The 4 hour time frame also looks bullish. We have lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. It's called hidden bullish divergence. It's a good thing. Bouncing off the oversold zone on the stochastics while you're getting into the overbought zone on the stochastics. Beautiful. Love to see it. It's a bullish relationship right there. And the MACD is more bullish than it is bearish at the moment, but it's not really giving me any kind of clear signals. I mean, you crossed above the zero back here, which is nice, but you're probably just going to continue to build from what you did back here on the 19th of August. You're just going to continue to build, I think, going into this week, finishing out August. We should see you're at 0.0072 right now. We should see you grow, I think, to this high and beyond by the end of the month. So you got another 20% or so, 20% or more pump coming your way, likely by the end of this month, is my thoughts. Absolutely, you could move up at an even faster pace. I mean, this thing could be up 20% by the end of tomorrow, let alone by the end of the month. If it wants to move, man, it can move pretty damn fast. The next target areas to consider are at about 201, 2011 here, and then of course higher than that as we start zooming out a little bit more. We look at the daily time frame. I think that fib extension is nice, but let's take the overall fib extension here from this high, this consolidation phase that we've been in really since May, to that low there. Right? We did break out of this part of it, but I think we're overall still in this kind of same consolidation zone. Once we break out, once we get above these highs here, you should see a very rapid pace take off with this growth. I think that we will go to about 0.0013, okay? All the way up there. Oh, come on now. Let me zoom in here a little bit. At the current price, that should give you anything from about an 80% growth at a minimum to potentially a 155% growth at a maximum. Those targets are suitable for the end of the month in about a week. Very suitable targets, especially if you're breaking out. You know, you could see some fantastic growth in a short amount of time, but if it's not the end of the month, certainly sometime in early September, I would think that you're in this area. As September progresses, you know, you'll see a little consolidation here and there, pull back, a little volatility, but you should continue to grow, and I think that you're going to persist all the way up to about 0.005 at a minimum to 0.008 at a maximum, somewhere up here at your 2618 to 3113 area. It's kind of the money zone, as I like to call it, as I've coined it. It makes sense, in my opinion, that we would go there for multiple reasons, right? For one, you know, it's relative to this consolidation phase. I think we will see a very explosive move. TOSHI has been rather dormant, let's say, for a little bit of time, right? But it's akin to very explosive moves whenever it does want to move up, high to low. I should say it's prone to, not akin to, it's prone to. The 1272 here is just below the 2618, you know, validating this kind of area as a target zone. And then the 1414, typically with this, you don't stop at the 1414, you actually wick just above it. So right here, the 3113 to the 2886 right there in the money zone, that's probably where we will go. That's my expectation. I'm thinking 007 2069. That's been a long predicted target outcome, and I think we will achieve that either by the end of September or sometime in October. Right now, we've got a very bullish kind of phase of consolidation here. We're working our way up. There's some accumulation going on. Once we break out of this zone, it should be lights out for the bears. We should see a rapid pace pickup whenever it comes to the price growth. Okay, I would think. I mean, literally from the same price here, one day later, we were all the way up at where our all-time highs were. We could make some spectacular growth between now and the end of the month, you guys, let alone between now and the end of September. Curious to see what happens. Very excited for Toshi. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you're looking to buy this thing, it's probably not a bad time to get into it. There's plenty of other projects that we're looking at too that have similar growth perspectives or even more. But in all fairness, 6X is outperforming the average altcoin. And if we do go all the way up to 1 cent, that's about a 14X. That well outperforms the average altcoin. If we go where I think we're going to go, that'd be about a 9X, almost a 10X move. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's my prospects for Toshi. That's my expectations. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye.